Thanks so much.
All right, the latest now on the deadly Ebola outbreak that has already killed hundreds in West Africa. You're looking at exclusive CNN video of a federal jet equipped with an isolation pod. It's leaving Cartersville, Georgia last night for Liberia. Now, it'll be bringing home 2 infected Americans, Dr. Kent Brantley and Nancy Wright-Bull, marking the first time that diagnosed Ebola patients have knowingly been brought into this country. Let's bring in David McKenzie live from Johannesburg. This is quite an operation, trying to protect the crew of that flight, trying to protect Americans when they get here, and trying to save the lives of these 2 aid workers. What can you tell us?
Well, it certainly is an extremely delicate and complex operation. You're right. And that federal jet, which CNN filmed leaving Georgia, heading towards Liberia to evacuate those 2 American volunteers who are working with Samaritan's Purse, trying to save lives in Liberia. Both of them were infected by the dreaded Ebola virus. Now, this is a very tricky situation because they have to get them through each stage of this trip, and they have to be isolated so not to risk infecting anyone else. Emory University Hospital will be taking them in. They say they are equipped for this, that they've done drills regularly to deal with an infectious disease like this, and there's no cause for alarm. But certainly Ebola coming to the United States is a significant development, and this disease itself has killed more than 700 people in an unprecedented outbreak that's affecting 3 countries, possibly 4. Christine?
Really something. The teams on the ground, they're pretty overwhelmed, aren't they?
They are overwhelmed, and you have to look at just the countries in question: Guinea, Liberia, Sierra Leone, particularly Sierra Leone, which is the current epicenter of the epidemic. They have a very weak health infrastructure. People already face a myriad of health problems, which might complicate when they get the Ebola virus. In fact, even the chief specialist, the only real specialist in the country of Ebola, has died, and that was after potentially saving many citizens. So this is a life and death struggle. The health workers are really at the front lines of this battle. And earlier, the health ministry spokesman did say they need more help. Take a listen.
It has been very difficult on our health workers because they've lost a lot of their colleagues in the process, and their morale is down. But, you know, it is their job.
Well, Christine, when I visited an Ebola hospital outbreak in Western Uganda some years ago, even that was complicated. And that was one just small region with a more, established health infrastructure in Uganda. Here you're looking at thousands of square miles, 3 different countries, and dealing to coordinate all those efforts across those porous borders. This is an incredibly complex effort, and certainly groups like Doctors Without Borders, Samaritan's Purse, and the others are doing a heroic effort, but they say they need much more help, supplies, and just people with the specialist knowledge who can go in and safely deal with patients.
All right, David McKenzie for us this morning in South Africa. Thank you, David.